Make your child's health a priority. Schedule their Well Child visit today and enjoy more moments like these.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Have it all, almost literally, with our deluxe breakfast platter for $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The We Make It Easy sales event is here. So now's the best time for a great deal on a new Tundra. Choose from our biggest selection of the year with the biggest savings. Tundras are pure power. They can haul it all without breaking a sweat. And right now, you can get a low 2.99 APR for 72 months on a new Tundra or Tundra Hybrid. Or choose 1,000 customer cash. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
What if Juliet got a second chance at life after Romeo and Juliet, created by the Emmy-winning writer from Schitt's Creek and pop music's #1 hit maker, playing Segerstrom Center for the Arts in Costa Mesa, September 9th through 21st.
Good morning. I'm Eric Spielman in for Frank Buckley. A fast-moving fire at a local apartment complex, leaving a lot of people and their pets displaced this morning. Where this happened, coming up.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Riverside. Baby Emmanuel Haro has been missing since at least August 14th. Well, now his parents are set to be in court this morning to be arraigned. They are facing charges for murder and filing a false police report. All the latest coming up.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer McGraw, live in the newsroom. RFK getting grilled right now by Congress with his handlings of HSS. I'll explain coming up and take you live into the hearing.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. More bad behavior on display at the U.S. Open. Going to tell you about the latest incident that got one fan kicked out of Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning. I'm Melvin Robert. Coming up, Leah Thompson is here, but we're not going back to the future. We're going down to southeast Kansas. We'll talk to Leah all about the new season of her show, The Chicken Sisters, plus a first look at Sly Stallone and Sam Jackson in season 3 of The Tulsa King. All that and more coming up in your entertainment report.
Love Tulsa King. Looking forward to that. Man, that's just a fun ride all around. Clear skies at Long Beach. A little bit of haze still out in Santa Monica, so some of the beaches already clearing. Other ones are still a touch cloudy. 70 right now in Los Angeles, downtown. That goes all the way up to 82 degrees by 11 a.m. So the heat is on. And then we continue 85 degrees for the 1, 2, and 3 o'clock hour. 85 is actually normal for this time of year, so that's looking pretty good as far as that goes. Leave you with that shot from Long Beach. Let's go to traffic with Ginger.
Yeah, you can see a tiny marine layer there, just adding to how pretty it is there in Long Beach. Now for us, we'll take you well farther north of that over to look at this 110, the 110 freeway. This stretch of the 110, you know, does carry different monikers, right? So in this case, it would be the historic Arroyo Seco portion of the 110 freeway. So it's the southbound side of Avenue 43 with a crash that's now sitting in that right lane. You see it, right? Everything does look like it's pretty busy here. The 5, not pretty, even the 2. Wow, that's pretty stacked up all the way coming through Glacel Park and then points farther south. As we take you over to this, the 15 south at Indian Truck Trail. So the car that lost control overturning now in lane. So it was actually a pretty good spot, but things already started to build, and now the northbound side is crowded. And then you may have to click. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't mess it up. Let's see, it's 57 south at Imperial Highway, a brand new SIG alert involving a semi, and now it looks like carpool left lanes are blocked in maybe 15 more minutes, so hang in there. You have some immediate plans to be heading through areas of Brea. That's usually a busy spot anyway, 57 south, right at Imperial Highway. We're going to keep track of all these things that are going to jam up your drive on a Thursday. I'll send it over to you, Eric.
Ginger, thank you. The parents accused of murdering their 7-month-old baby are set to appear in court today. The child's remains have not yet been located. KTLA's Erin Myers is live outside the courthouse in Riverside with the latest. Erin, good morning.
Good morning, Eric. Baby Emmanuel has been missing since at least August 14th, and now his parents are expected to be arraigned sometime this morning. They were first in court on August 26th, but that was postponed so they could be appointed a public defender, each of them. This is baby Emmanuel, just 7-month-old when he was reported missing. That was on August 14th. Now, investigators believe he may have died several days before that. His parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro, have since been charged with murder and filing a false false police report. The Haros were arrested last month at their home in Cabazon. This after Rebecca Haro said that the 7-month-old was kidnapped from a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa during an assault that she said left her unconscious and with a black eye. Soon after her initial report, investigators said they noticed inconsistencies with her account of events and said that the couple was being uncooperative. In a news conference, the district attorney says they believe Emmanuel was severely abused over time and that he succumbed to his injuries. Investigators have searched for baby Emmanuel, Jake Haro even seen on one of those searches, but the baby's body hasn't been found, though the district attorney did indicate authorities have a pretty strong idea where his remains are. In jailhouse interviews with the Southern California News Group, both of Emmanuel's parents denied involvement in his disappearance. Jake Haro has a previous felony conviction for willful child cruelty. He was also arrested last year for illegal possession of a loaded firearm and has probation violations. Now back here live, the Haros are being held on $1 million bail each. Once again, their arraignment is scheduled for sometime this morning. We will be heading into court for that. At this point, the district attorney's office is asking people to be patient as not many details have been released. Reporting live here in Riverside, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
Erin, thank you. We are following a developing story out of Santa Ana. An apartment complex went up in flames overnight, leaving 23 people displaced. It happened just after 2 o'clock this morning near the area of Bristol Street and River Glen Lane. Authorities say the fire was contained to 2 upstairs units. 2 people were treated at the scene and taken to the hospital for unknown injuries. Firefighters also rescued 2 bunnies from the burning building. Cause of the fire is under investigation.
4 suspects remain on the run this morning after failing an attempted smash and grab at a Sherman Oaks mall. This happened yesterday afternoon at the Westfield Fashion Square. The suspects were caught on video trying to break the glass of the display cases, but they were not successful. They then ran from the store and later took off in 2 stolen vehicles. Police say those vehicles were found abandoned in Van Nuys. Ring video from a home shows what appears to be the same suspects casually walking away. The owners of the jewelry store confirm that no merchandise was stolen. No arrests have been made.
An 18-year-old arrested on suspicion of reckless driving after witnesses reported him doing donuts in Chino. After numerous calls from residents, police spotted the truck as it tried to leave the area. Intersection cameras later showed the driver performing stunts at multiple locations, leaving visible damage on the roads. The driver was taken into custody and his truck was impounded for 30 days.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is facing some tough questions this morning on Capitol Hill.
He's getting grilled from the Senate Finance Committee. Kennedy has reshaped the CDC in recent weeks, ordering restrictions on coronavirus vaccines and firing the CDC director. KTLA's Jennifer McGraw in the newsroom now with the latest on that. Jennifer, good morning.
Hi, Jess and Eric. Good morning. Now, it was expected to be a fiery debate, and it's already proving that here this morning on Capitol Hill. A protester even thrown out, accusing RFK of potentially killing millions of Americans. Here is a live look at the committee meeting. Each member of Congress gets 5 minutes to comment. RFK had his opening statements. Kennedy slammed the Biden administration for the COVID closures, masking children, and forcing vaccines. In his opening statements, Kennedy said HSS is investigating. He says HSS is committed to MAHA, making America great again. Kennedy says 76.4% of people living in the U.S. have a chronic disease, and he defended his decision to fire the director of HSS and the entire board.
We are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at the CDC. They did not do their job. This was their job to keep us healthy.
Thank you,
and
Mr.
I need to fire some of those people to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Senator Ron Wyden also giving his formal remarks. He says RFK's short time in office has been abysmal, and he says he's only hurting the American people by eliminating vaccines, and says diseases have been eradicated with vaccines and fears a reemergence of those if people are not required to get inoculated, and slammed MAHA in such decisions.
I hope that you will tell the American people how many preventable child deaths are an acceptable sacrifice for enacting an agenda that I think is fundamentally cruel and defies common sense.
Senator Wyden also fearful of the cost of health care for decades to come. Another senator accused RFK of hiring an anti-vaxxer for the new HSS panel. Now, yesterday, more than 1,000 current and former members of the Health and Human Service Workers penned an open letter calling for Kennedy to resign or be fired. Now, we will continue to follow this meeting throughout the morning and break it down and bring you the very latest. Back to you.
Jennifer, thank you. A lot of racket going on at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, we're seeing more stories about the fans rather than the players, in particular, fans behaving badly. Take this guy, for example. He was caught blatantly trying to steal from world #1 Yannick Sinner. You can see him trying to unzip Sinner's bag as he was walking by. Fortunately, security caught him in time and escorted him out of Arthur Ashe Stadium. This morning, U.S. Open officials said they would not hand down further punishment despite calls for a lifetime ban. It takes a lot of guts to do something like that. It's crazy. Then last week, this of course got a lot of play. A grown man was seen snatching a player's match-worn hat that was clearly given to a kid. This video quickly going viral.